I might have the solution to why you're sleeping like an idiot on carnivore. You're like, oh my shit, my sleep is worse than before carnivore, and oh, it's so expensive, and when I was on carnivore for like 2 weeks or whatever, it didn't really work. It didn't give me the benefits that it said it did. It didn't give me that, when I went into ketosis and stuff. It didn't give me the extra energy that people said. It didn't fix my autoimmune condition. It didn't do all that, and I might have a solution to that. Because you might have gotten bad results or not good enough that you're like, yeah, carnivore diet is not even good anyways. Like, I heard people talk about that carnivore actually doesn't work, and yeah, it didn't work for me. So I'm like, if you're still here and not just clicking this video because, oh, this guy is carnivore diet, this guy is weird, this guy's, he has no qualification at all, he's just an 18-year-old who copies YouTubers, whatever, if you're still here, then I wanna tell you what I have learned from my experiences. For about 2 years now, yeah, I still got acne, but I'm still on carnivore myself. But for the past year or two, I've done carnivore. It's been a year. It's been over a year at least. Damn, time really flies. So, I remember finding a video about diet. And I learned about, saturated fats. Cholesterol is a scam. High cholesterol doesn't cause heart disease. In fact, it's paid studies by sugar companies and all the stuff I've learned. That sounds like a conspiracy theory, but we know it's true because we have literally seen confirmation from them, and you can find it everywhere. It's a old scam, and everyone knows about it. So cholesterol doesn't do that stuff. Heart attack does this and this and that. Now that's since years. That's just a misunderstanding. But you're on carnivore diet, and you're going on and you're eating like, oh yeah, I eat some chicken, oh I eat some steak and all that. But then you ain't getting the results. In fact, you're almost feeling worse, like you're sleeping badly. I've been there. I ain't not kidding you. I was, I'm on my phone. I don't even have my phone near me. But let's say I was on my phone in bed, like I'm sitting in bed, like I don't know, at like 10 or whatever, 10 p.m. I can't get to sleep, and then I wake up at like 3 p.m. Oh, why do I wake up at 3 p.m. all the time? Like, what is wrong? What is. And then you're like, oh, I wake up at 3 p.m. Like, no, that doesn't work. Carnivore doesn't work. And then you say carnivore is bad, and then you go back to your normal diet, and then, or you go to keto, and carnivore doesn't work. So you say carnivore doesn't work when you don't carnivore right. Because people talk about, oh, meat-based diet, oh, you need to eat this. But what some people don't mention is that you need fat. Because carnivore diet is a form of ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diet has been studied, has a fuck ton of studies, has really been studied, has been popular now for like 5 years ago, or even popular now. Keto diet is a big thing, right? Keto diet is low carb, high fat. Carnivore is high fat, no carb, low to zero carb. I'm zero carb, zero sugar, of course. Keto diet is you eat vegetables and meat and some fat and stuff. Carnivore diet is you eat meat and you eat animal fats. So you eat like meat, butter, beef tallow, whatever you eat, right? And so most people, they don't eat enough fat. They're on carnivore, they buy like, oh, roast beef from or ground beef or whatever they buy. And then they don't really care about the fat content. They're like, oh, fat is, it's pretty bad, right? It's fat that's causing cholesterol and all that. The thing is that the fat is the most important part. That's where most of the nutrition is. And that's where most of your calories should be from. Fat. So if you're a carnivore diet, ribeye is a good option. But you're like, oh, but that's so expensive, ribeye. Yeah, shark roast is the second best option. The second most fatty piece on cow, you know, and beef is the best, in my opinion. It's the best, absolute best you can eat on a carnivore diet. You need fat. Because there are some people, they eat chicken. They eat like only chicken. But chicken doesn't have much fat. So they're like, oh, but carnivore didn't even work, and oh, it wasn't even better than my last diet. Yeah, because you eat lean chicken. Or when you buy beef, you eat like, oh, roast beef. And then if you buy pork, you maybe you don't can tolerate pork. So how did I get carnivore diet results? For one, I had the same, like insomnia, whatever, carnivore insomnia, whatever people say. It's because of two reasons. I ate too late before bed, and I mean too late, like, and I'm not saying, oh, 3 to 4 hours. No, I literally eat at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., not later. I don't eat dinner. I eat like late lunch. And I eat OMAD. I'm not specifically talking about fasting in this video, but naturally you will fast more when you're on carnivore because you won't feel hungry 24/7 either. Maybe 2 times a day you will feel hungry. But the fat really helped. I was having the same problem because I ate like ground beef and I ate lean, like 15%, like 85 15 or 90-10, like really lean. Like in Sweden I'm living, you can't really get any fatty minced meat ground beef, so I don't even buy that anymore. Because I'm in Sweden, I buy only steak. Because if I don't buy steak, I don't get enough fat. And I tend to do better with steak for some reason. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I just tend to do a lot better on it. Maybe it's histamine or whatever, intolerance, whatever people say. But I feel much better with higher fat, right? You need higher fat. You need high fat. If you can't get ribeyes, then get butter, like a huge stick of butter, and ideally get steak. If you can't get steak, then get fatty ground beef, like 70-30 or 80-20, but 80-20 at the same time is like, that's like minimum. If you eat 80-20 or 85-15, you need to add a lot of fat on it, or else you get too much protein, right? You get too little fat. And then you might be doing that, but you're still getting weird results. Then it might be salt. You might need more electrolytes, and I have struggled quite a lot with this as well. I feel kind of like almost tired, even though I eat good, I eat steak, I eat fat, I eat all that, but I still feel kind of weird because I have electrolyte problems. And you know what electrolytes is? They talk about, oh, electrolytes. I'm not forcing you or telling you to buy a supplement. In fact, I haven't done it myself, and it's not necessary because I fixed it without it. What I did instead was salt. Salt, not table salt. You see the white salt you buy, table salt it's called, it's white salt. I've actually read about it, and the only ingredients is sodium. It doesn't have magnesium, potassium, or all that. Magnesium, potassium, the other minerals that you need. Electrolyte, right? Electrolyte. You need the minerals. And they don't have any minerals, table salt. And you have dangerous like plastic estrogenics, like it's chemical, it's not really natural salt either, so that's a bad thing, right? So you need to eat salt with minerals in it. Example of this is Redmond's real salt, if you've heard of that. But to make it even simpler, Himalaya salt, the pink salt you see in the shop, that is so much better than the normal table salt. It might go double the price, but it has the minerals. You might, because you ain't getting no minerals at all with table salt. You ain't getting magnesium, potassium, all that important stuff. So electrolyte problem is actually a common problem. So you need to have like Himalaya salt, ideally, and then a lot of fat on your steaks. That's it. Most people don't do this. Okay, I guess meal timing as well. People eat before dinner, but then people don't know that fat and meat takes a long time to digest. Like, it's easy for our body to digest. It is. Because it's our natural diet. Meat, we don't get fibers. When we don't eat fiber, we don't need to go shit every day. Right? Of course we take a piss maybe, but we don't need to go to the toilet every day like real shitting all the time. No. In fact, you might have gone carnivore and you're like, oh, only shit 2 to 3 times a week. Max free. Because you absorb the nutrients, you absorb all that, which fiber don't. Fiber just goes out in the toilet. Yeah, you need to sacrifice the fun time in the toilet. Yeah, I know it feels good to release your ass shit, whatever it's. But this is the diet, right? So meal timing is important because I learned this, so I changed. Like, I eat latest at 2 p.m. latest. Ideally, like 1, maybe 12, or even earlier, because I found it takes a lot of hours to digest fat. Like, there are like literally four. Oh, I've learned about this as well. There are 4 organs who digest fat. That's how important it is. Every other organ, every other, fibers that doesn't even get digested. And then there is, carbs and protein. All that stuff is by the liver itself. But fat actually have 4 organs. So fat is a special thing for our body. It takes a long time to digest, but it's important. And it takes so many hours to digest. So if you eat a proper human diet, you aren't supposed to eat. Like, you eat max 2 times a day, and even then, our ancestors ate like one or every other day, or even less than that. Fat takes a lot of hours to digest. You eat it during peak cortisol time, natural cortisol time, which is the day. So try that. Try eating high fat with real salt. Doesn't have like Himalaya salt, real mineral salt. Himalaya salt, a lot of fat. So if you eat chicken, then maybe consider something much more fatter. And then a lot of fat. A lot of butter on it. You can even melt the butter in your pan and drink it or whatever. You can eat butter sticks, which I'm not a fan of. I like beef tallow, which is even better because people say that dairy is bad for their skin and they react to it and all that stuff. And I feel better with 0 carbs. I don't even eat butter anymore. I eat beef tallow, which I buy from a local farm. And I do it online as well. Gröna gårdar, they're called. Oh, promotion, I'm promoting. Yeah, gröna gårdar because they're so good. Gröna gårdar in Swedish. And I buy their nöttalg, which is beef tallow. Very good stuff. That's the best fat. Lion diet, carnivore diet, yeah. Beef is the best. But make sure to get enough fat. Like, this is extremely important. I've said it a million times in this video already, because you need so much, so much more than you think. You're a little bit in the pan, that's not enough. You need literally 50, 100 grams. It's like you're baking, man. You need that much butter. You need to eat a fuck ton of butter. So important. And when you do this, you're going carnivore. The right carnivore. High fat carnivore. When you go like that. And damn, your libido goes insane. Your testosterone goes insane. Your energy levels goes insane. You feel like you're just health. I just want to share that for those who messed up carnivore. Because carnivore is the way. But you need to do it right.